Hi y'all, in this demo I'm going to demonstrate symbology, how to change the color of a layer, how to map using unique values, and how to map using graduated colors. Three things that we know how to do really easily in Pro. But in QGIS, a little bit different. This is one of the demos that did work in class. So you've probably seen this already, but I'm going to start off with something really easy like these interstates that we can't see that well. And I'm just going to make that my active layer. I'm just going to double click on that layer and the properties are going to open up, and it just happened to open up in Symbology. If it doesn't, you simply find the Symbology tab or side tab. Not sure if it's called a tab or a sidebar. Anyway, to change the color, if I want those interstates to be red where they might show up a little better, I've got an easy one right there, but I can also go into this color wheel and do all sorts of things and click on that and then say drag that into, oh no, let me see, where it is that I did that. Oh, I get my color ready, like say black, and then I put it over into there, and then I can use it. I can say, oh, we're going to make these black or something. But anyway, I'm going to go with red for the interstates. I'm going to hit OK there, and I'm going to make them a little thicker. So here is the width, there's the color, here is transparency, which the opacity is the opposite of transparency. So you get 100% opacity is 0% transparency, and vice versa. I'm going to go ahead and hit apply, and my interstates should be a little bit easier to see against that background. But those counties, I want to make them light gray. That's a pretty good, so I'm going to double click on that. I just like using light gray. So I'm going to go back into this color wheel and see if I can find something that is a really light gray. That's really light gray. And so I'm going to do that, and now I've got that as my color. Apply that, and now of course my interstates show up a lot better against that light gray background. So changing the color of a layer is not quite as quick and easy as in Pro, but it's still pretty easy. Now I'm getting emails from the chair, so I'm going to close my Outlook program. What is next? Let's do unique values. I'm going to turn off the counties. We're looking at the states. Let's symbolize the states using unique values. So that's up here at the top. We didn't change anything before for single symbol. So I'm going to go and go categorized, which is the same thing as unique values. And then of course I have to choose a field. And the field I'm going to choose is by subregion. And as you can see, nothing happens until I go in there and hit the classify button, and then it will show my subregions. I'm going to hit apply, and now the states are symbolized by subregion. And if I expand that, oops, I'm going to have to close that. If I expand that in the layers box, we see something similar to our contents pane in QGIS Pro. I'm going to bring the counties back because we want to symbolize by something like population and rentals, whatever that we've been doing. So again, come up here, graduated colors, the value. So this is where I choose my field, and I go all the way down, and I have a Hispanics per square mile that might be nice to map. I have a % women. These are ones that we have made in class. I think I'm going to go with this rental percentage. So again, nothing happens until I classify. Now, until I actually say add it in there. Here's my number of classes. Default is 5. And it's using the quantile as the default, but we have the option to do logarithmic or geometric, natural breaks, equal equal interval. So some of the same things that we had before, but I'm just going to stick with the quantile. I'm going to hit classify, and there's my 5 classes. Don't like that color ramp though, so I'm going to go with something more like a blues. And notice that it's only showing me a few, but I've got a whole lot more that I could choose from, like purple, blue, green, or yellow to green. I wonder if I have a yellow brown, which is the one we used to always use. But I'm just going to stick with my blues. There. And so there's our rental percentage, and we see in the Delta, the Mississippi Delta region, lots and lots and lots of renters. Lots of renters in the past the Piedmont, in the coastal plain on the East Coast, and a lot on the West Coast, of course. One more, let's zoom to the geology layer. And I'm going to turn off the Sturgis roads, and we will symbolize this according to the geologic unit. So I'm going to come up again and go categorized, and I'm going to go in and choose my field as the unit name, and I'm going to say classify, and there's a lot of different units, so maybe I want to simplify that a little bit, and let's go with rock type and classify that. Should they be deleted? Sure. And so I've got a little more simplified just by rock type. I'm going to hit apply, hit OK, cut it down, and then there I am symbolized by rock type. Or I can go in there and symbolize it by, you know what? This isn't Austin where I can't do that here. Austin's the one that had the clay content and stuff like that. So I'm going to stick with it here. This video is long enough. Symbology.